Me, I am a memoir. I am a memoir. Going deep in the regular verse. Going to the regular regular.
Hi, Limely. It's me. And the other one. And we're regular still.
It's already whispering in the singing, and now you're making it sound like it all runs into one big thing.
Marry me. Say
So don't sing the song. It's horrible.
marry me, please don't. Sorry, I'm ASMRing because you've got to find ways to get through the regular verse. It's
Oh my god.
the
Regular verse is painful, distracting.
we've done the marrying album, but there's bonus tracks to trudge.
So many bonus tracks.
So
But
that's why we're here.
But can I tell you something?
Oh no.
I think one of the bonus tracks I actually like.
No, nah. We've been here too long. Get him out. Ambulance. Ambulance. I mean, we're all over the shop, really. We have lost our collective minds.
I can't be Prolo. I just can't be.
Oh my God, I think you might be.
I refuse to believe it.
And one Prolo from you is equal to like 20 Prolos from me.
Oh, it is?
Because people expect it of me.
Yeah, because you're a Prolo piece of shit. Yeah.
Yes, but... all adding them all up, even if you have 4 Prolos across the whole series.
I've got Stocklow syndrome.
Absolutely. All right. Should we just get the lowdown on the download just so we can just get out of here and get back to Mariah?
Rip the Band-Aid off and I'll see how I feel about my lowness.
All right.
Getting the lowdown on the download. The final bonus track here is the double A-side single from Party. We're finally up to Lonely. You can finally find out what happens, which means we finally have Jennifer Lopez reunited with Maluma. Lonely is written by Maluma with Jennifer Lopez, Kevin Mauricio Jimenez Londoño, Brian Snyder Lezgano Shavara El Changenio, produced by Kevin ADG, Chan El Genio, The Rude Boys. And as explained, this was a double A side with Party. So, all the chart shit I said before, that still applies. And came out in November 2020, years before the album.
Yes. Yeah, literally.
There is a video because it's part 2, because we need to find out what happened, because it was to be continued in the last episode.
All right. You ready? Mm-hmm. Fabnopsis, part 2. Fabnopsis, part 2.
The FBI arrive from the previous video and arrest Jen while she's hooking up with Maluma, who has to go back to his shit flat and drink beer. Oh no. As Jen is being driven away, she sees that Maluma has an FBI vest on.
Gasp.
And at his house, he's looking at his FBI ID like he's never seen it before. This is a twist. What a twist. This is like when she turned out to be the FBI informant in that other video. Maluma has really fucked this case by rooting the suspect.
Yeah.
Then Jen does the cell block tango from Chicago because she's all out of ideas. Then she does the Sharon Stone interrogation scene from Basic Instinct. Oof. Yeah. Maluma's wearing a leather vest over a white t-shirt. I've dilated. Jen has also dilated because she crawls across the interrogation room desk to get Maluma's hands on her. She's gone a bit further than Sharon Stone ever did. Then she has to get back to her rehearsals for Chicago while Maluma does important police work with a bunch of blueprints and photocopies. Yep. The back wall of the Chicago prison explodes, and 2 months later, Jen is in Abu Dhabi because she had a prior commitment to sell some Beluga vodka. Maluma is here too. Has he left the FBI? She walks off on him. I don't know. I don't really know what's happening at the end.
No, there's no story. It's very hot.
It's very hot.
I was definitely here for the J-Lo version of Chicago via Wentworth.
But
I was like...
it wasn't that classy.
That's true. But I was like, I would watch that show. Like,
I would watch...
because there's Shades of Blue where she's the cop. Now we need Shades of another colour where she's not.
Where she's not a
Shades
cop.
of
Or
orange.
she becomes imprisoned, like in
Yes.
an imprisoned
that's
cop.
true.
Or she goes undercover for a whole month
Yes.
and learns
Yeah.
the cell block tango. He had it
That's-
coming.
That's the secret. Yeah, greenlit. 20 seasons.
Greenlit.
Let's do it.
That's good. How did you feel about this, the song itself?
So,
Because the
I mean,
video is fun, but
The
there
video is
apparently
fun.
is a song playing the whole time.
apparently, we've whipped out the auto tune here, both of us.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we have.
But it did feel purposeful, so I don't think they're trying to trick us. So that
Yes.
helps. I quite enjoy this new deep low vocal that we've not heard before.
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed that. Towards the end, we've got some voice acting, and I think Jen was a little more convincing than Maluma. We finally found something he's bad at.
Yeah.
But I believed Jen in her voice acting.
I believe Jen.
And I think more than anything, this is, like, for me, this was nothing necessarily new and outstanding from the rest, but I like that it has a different vibe to the rest. This kind of took me back to the second track that had a bit of swagger. Like, there was something moodier about this. And I was like, okay, we needed this in all those other songs. So, yeah, I overall enjoyed
Which is
it.
weird that it got bumped down to the bum end of nowhere on the actual album. Like, it's like, why are you here? I was like, Jen does auto-tune swears and then some Spanish singing. And it's all a bit monotone. I think Jen's doing a better job than Maluma, or at the very least, she needs less help from the pitch shifter this week.
Yeah, yes.
I've not enjoyed any of the overloaded production on this album, and you'd think I'd like this more sparse approach to filling the sound field, but no. It sounds lazy and
I
uninspired.
hate it all.
And then they have a chat at the end where she sounds way more convincing than he does. See? We're
There
on
you
the
go.
same
Yes,
page.
that was so interesting.
We live in the same world sometimes. Just occasionally there's a song that you really like that is horrible, but that's your problem.
I feel like you like, what was that one? THE, a J-Lo Mick Jagger
that one.
bloody
That was
Will.I.am
fun.
song. So let's not get
You
to
can go
talking
hard
about
or
taste.
you can go home. How can that be bad?
Oh my god.
What percentage of this song do you think she sang?
It's around the mid because she is there, but the tuning's there. But we know that the tuning's there.
Yeah.
So,
I'm the same. I think it was very mid. And are you pro low or no low? It sounds like you're on the edge
I
of
think
liking
a
this song.
light wisp of prolo, like in relation to the rest of this album, I needed this slight change.
Yeah, no, I haven't got close to all. I'm a no. No low.
Okay.
No low. No.
Okay, so many no's.
No. All right, we're going to barrel on with some extra
Oh, there's extra. Okay.
extra bonus tracks. So the bonus tracks that came with the album if you bought it at Target, and now we're on to bonus tracks that we've jammed on there ourselves.
Yeah, basically it's me going, that's a song from a movie that won't fit anywhere else. Shove it in the air there.
Yeah. So this track 12 here is Limitless from the film's second act.
Yeah.
Written by Sia Furler and Jesse Shatkin, produced by Jesse Shatkin, released in November 2018, and the video was directed by Jennifer. Yes, there's a video, and it stars one of her twins.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Fabulous.
it did chart. I should let you know.
Oh, yes.
It
Okay.
hit number 4 on the Ultra Tip bubbling under Wallonia chart in Belgium, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, love it. Just the tip. That's all you need. You just need the tip.
Just the tip. Sorry.
All right. No, you're right. All right. Fabnopsis, directed by Jen. Fabnopsis, directed by Jen.
It's autumn. Jen is in a storm, which lightnings her into a little girl, then back to J-Lo. Then she's wearing sunnies, even though there are very dark clouds, because we can see them reflected in the sunnies. She's grown up a blonde Madonna wig J-Lo, and also she's a brown-haired tween J-Lo as she takes off her sunnies. It's a lot. She's standing at the end of an avenue of women in man suits, and the storm is just A movie in the background. Then she's wearing man clothes and struggling against the wind as the brown leaves fall down. Man clothes Jen sometimes becomes her tween self and tries to climb up a hill in the wind and storm. Ladies of the avenue take their man clothes off and then are all half Shania in a man's shirt, red leggings and heels. Jen in the wind gets down to her singlet. During the bridge, Jen and her lady friends put on flesh-coloured singlets, do some kind of Spencer Tunick nude shoot. Then Jen is a leaf.
Yes, so
The end.
Leaf Jen, J Leaf was
J
not
Leaf.
something I knew. I was not expecting J Leaf.
You weren't expecting J Leaf? Well,
I now.
this is what I'm worried about. She directed this and she financed and produced This Is Me
Yes.
Now. And I'm worried that that's going to be an hour of fucking this shit.
Extra
'Cause this is
regularness.
A very regular video.
I'm honestly wondering if there was a tear in the Mariah regular continuum and Mariah's defense was lining up all of her fans across the border to stop Jen from getting in there. And that's why there's a storm, because it's actually just hair fans.
Yeah, just
And
hair
they're
fans.
so powerful that Jen can't win.
Jen can't win against those hair fans. Yeah, she cannot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all working.
So before I knew anything about this song, these are my thoughts.
Okay.
Before I knew who wrote it,
Okay.
before I knew anything about it, I said, I mean, this feels like every Sia ballad that came out at some point in the 2010s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, this is actually a
It
Sia
is
ballad that came out in the
some- yes.
2010s. Yep.
Yeah.
But Jen sings the fuck out of it, and I have no notes. Bravo, Jen.
Interesting.
Prolo, don't like the video. It's cheap. If it had one of those whack bang videos like In the Morning or Ain't Your Mama, this could have been big.
This is so funny.
No notes. No notes.
Because we're having an opposite day once more. So I thought that the opening vocals for Jen were a little hard for her to hold.
Oh, yeah. Again, I like it when she
was-
has a crack, and even if she doesn't quite get there.
Okay. I did say this is fine. I think Jen is okay, but does suffer a little bit from being a Sia penned song at this point in her career, where every song that is Sia penned sounds exactly the same.
Yes. But see,
so
I never
while-
heard it then. I heard it now.
Yeah, true.
Like, if
So
I'd heard
now-
it then, I would have been like,
This is so
oh,
funny.
yeah, it's just one of those Sia songs. Everyone's got one.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
am titanium.
Yeah,
Like that, right?
that was a big one. So I said my wrap up was, so while fine, I found myself a little checked out. Keep in mind, we're 18 million songs in, so I was probably
Yes.
just a bit over everything at this point. The interesting thing, though, about, I'm just diving kind of into I'm Real as part of it because I wrote something. People have accused her of stealing Sia's vocals here, like she used to back in the day. But I really only hear Sia in the background. I don't.
Yeah,
think-
no, I don't hear her up front at all. I hear her, but not up front.
Yeah, I wrote that I don't think she stole this from Sia's bin. I think Sia took it out of the bin and gave it to her.
Yes. Yeah.
So she was like,
Oh, yeah, I think Sia recorded it, and then J-Lo came in and just did a little. I mean, she's like, this is the thing. Like, she's obviously just copied the way Sia sings it.
yeah,
And
she can do that.
she's really good at copying a vocal.
Yeah,
Like, really good.
it's so funny.
I know.
So you're full prolo, and then here's
I
me.
went
I've
full
written-
prolo.
I've gone soft nolo.
Well, my vocal notes were mid-low. I suspect she's slavishly copying Sia's guide vocals.
Yes,
But
yeah.
good on her for keeping up as long as she does.
Yes, very true.
And prolo.
This is wild, so wild.
So you're... So what were
Anything
you?
can happen.
Were you low?
I was mid low,
Mid-low? Yeah, same.
and then soft nolo
Soft no-low. Oh, so you're on the cusp of...
because I didn't hate it. I didn't hate
I
it.
loved it. It's just... It's...
I do feel vindicated now though that we had the opposite thing happen earlier.
yeah.
The world feels more balanced because I was part of me was like, but I love that so much. Okay, but it's okay.
No notes, Jen.
It's so
But
funny.
I hated the video. Like, the video was starting to make
Yeah.
me not like the song, weirdly.
Okay, just don't watch that again.
Yeah. The first
So you
time I
enjoy it.
just listened to it without, like, always with these albums, I always listen first. Just in
too,
case, I get distracted by her running around getting chased by men and cars crashing into each other, because that's what she's trying to do, distract us from her singing.
Yes, true.
But she almost managed to distract me from her okay singing. Our next track is from the movie Home, which is an animated film. It's called Feel the Light. It's written by Mikkel S. Eriksson, Tor Erik Hermansen, Kisa Ray Elistad, Emily Haney, and it's produced by Emily Haney with Stargate, who we will remember were responsible for a song that kind of ushered in the Regularverse.
Almost Home.
Almost Home was a Stargate.
And Billy Piper's
jam.
Day and Night.
Yes.
Another banger.
This charted in the US. It hit number 1 on the Billboard chart of digital songs for kids.
Perfect.
I didn't even know that was a thing. She has managed to find her way into so many strange, uncharted charts in this latter part of her career.
She wants as many Billboard number ones as Mariah. She doesn't care if it's on the Hot 100. She's like anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, there is a video for this, tragically.
Fabulous, I'm tired. Fabulous, I'm tired. So many videos.
Jen is a space lady, and there are clips from an animated film that has a cat in it. Jen is fully bedazzled. There's a purple alien in the movie now. Jen's on a space cruise, I think, at the top of a flight of space stairs. Jen starts dancing with the purple aliens from the movie. Then she's a giant cake topper that changes colour. That's about it.
Yeah. It was hard because everything was animated. I got very confused. I was like, I feel like I need to understand the movie, but I don't.
And I didn't want to watch it. There was something about the Eiffel Tower falling over. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about a different kind of Eiffel Tower with Maluma.
Vim and Vigor will be very jealous of your mum.
Yes.
How did you feel about this particular number? Which was number one on the digital songs for kids.
It was. Well done. I didn't know if we needed the really long intro. I feel like the first 45 seconds could have been chopped off. I said, that's one thing Jen consistently has over Mariah. Short songs. So don't go ruining it. It's your one thing. I said, thankfully, once it starts, I said a minute and a half in. Side note with a side eye. Fab will prolo the first minute because it has no vocals. I said, but once it starts, it's not awful. Very kids movie. Jen sounds okay. I do like her breathy vocal. It's a nice texture I haven't heard before. I said, it's shocking that for such a shallow vocal range, Jen can still surprise us.
Yeah.
Like, you would think she's shown us everything. And it's just like, oh, I can do this. Did I not tell anyone I can do this? Because I've been doing the Karen thing for a while, but I can also sing nice moments.
There's some Karen moments here. Yeah, the piano intro is too much. Like, I'm like, maybe it makes sense in the context of the film.
In the movie, sure. But
I don't care. I don't care enough to watch the film and find out. Her deeper voice on the verses I found quite appealing.
Yeah.
But she does slide into Karenitis at times. But she goes for it in the chorus. Like, during the bridge, her foot does slip off a couple of times. She doesn't quite fall in the river from the bridge. Yeah. But she stumbles. And
just
she
wobbles. Like,
doesn't quite soar. And there are a couple of pitchy bitch moments. But it's not horrible. I feel like she's learned how to straddle a ballad. She can't ride it all the way home or jump a fence with it. Sure. But she can stay on for most of one. If that, that's my metaphor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Straddle sail.
I'm Real, what percentage do you think she's saying?
I've gone for high-low. I think this was mostly her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well done, Jen.
Are you pro-low or no-low?
I've given this an or because I feel like I was kind of pro-Jen, but or on the song. The song was
same.
Fine.
I'm right in the or hole. Especially disappointing after how much I loved
That's wild.
Limitless. I know. All right, we're nearly at the end.
Nearly there.
We're up to track 14, which is Alive from Enough, the movie Enough.
Oh, what a banger! That not the song, but the movie. Love me some Enough.
So written by, this is quite the collection of songwriters.
Oh.
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh.
Corey Rooney. Because we're back in the Corey Rooney days. And also getting a songwriting credit is her former backup dancer / husband, Chris Judd.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Must have. Maybe she was writing. He's like, I better tidy this up a bit. She thinks she can write.
He was a dancer and he wasn't great at that either. This is produced by Corey Rooney and Dan Shea. It charted. It was number 1 on the Billboard US Dance Singles Sales Chart, even though it's a ballad.
Dance singles.
Yep.
Okay. She was like, I will take it.
Yeah.
If they give it to me, I will take it.
It was number 2 on the US Dance Club Songs, 18 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary, and number 36 on the Billboard US Tropical Airplay Chart, which means it was served with pineapple in some countries.
It's so funny because there was when Kelly Clarkson, her show, the Kelly Clarkson Show, that's the name of her show, when she won a bunch of Emmys, they accidentally printed it as Sports Emmy.
Oh.
And so they're like, oh, we're so sorry. She's like, no, this is what I want. And then got the whole crew outside to like do like, like when they run down and they high five. Yeah. And they're like, yes. That's what I'm imagining happened with these charts where Jen's like, doesn't make any fucking sense, but I'm keeping it.
I'm taking it and I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
I want it all. So there is a video for this, obviously.
Fabulous, enough. Fabulous, enough.
So Jen's doing her patented piano acting again.
Yes.
Then Billy Campbell is loving her in a rear projection from the movie Enough. Jen is writing the song down as she sings it. Then she's in the recording booth. Then she's directing the string players. Oh, I hope she's not telling them to play Run DMC because you wouldn't dare. Then some fat hands are playing the piano, so that's clearly not her. Billy Campbell's trying to bash her door down in the movie. Then there's a ferry. That's it.
Don't want to spoil the movie.
No, obviously not.
with their funny little mullet that she gets.
Is this a touching ballad about her domestic violence movie?
I think so.
That feels like it's up there with Celine Dion's Titanic dance.
Yeah, the dance movies, yeah.
It's like, 1,000 people who froze in the ocean. Yeah, let's do it.
Wee!
Sadly, this is from a time when Jen was not good at ballads. And she's not good at this. There's a big ball-tearing song in here that she moans over the top of. When she says, just to be here and be alive, and there's this orchestral bridge, she could have straddled that with a big belting note and slid into the key change. Mariah could do it. Celine could do it. But she's doing some sub-Estefan breathy bullshit and then laughs at the end because apparently domestic violence is hilarious. What is she doing here?
I'm not sure that there was that much thought put into it, to be honest.
There was none. She let her fucking dancer husband write the song with her. It's bullshit. This is a bullshit song. Fucking Corey Rooney's fat fingers all over it.
Oh, my God.
Horrific.
Oh my God.
Anyway, how do you feel about it?
It's maybe my favorite song.
Okay, good.
I said it's very Disney. I said, look, for an early Jen ballad, it's not as hideous as it could have been.
Oh yeah, there were some real fucking awful things that happened in that time.
Those early days. So I said, she's had worse, but she's definitely had better.
Way better.
Yeah. In good news, it's high-low. She definitely singing all over this song.
Yeah, this is very high-low, and I am a very strong no. Are you pro or a no?
For the first time, I think, in this episode, I am also a no. It's the first time that we've both been a no, I think.
We've both gone to No Town.
It's a little bit too syrupy tub roast for me.
Yeah. It's not okay. All right, we're at the end. Track 15 of our Moving in One Track.
We've done it.
It's Love Make the World Go Round with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I literally, in the email...
Encanto and Hamilton fame.
The guy who lost the Best Song Award to J-Lo's On My Way.
Yes, that's the one.
In the email when I sent this, I think I sent it with in brackets, ... Yep. This is what's happening. We're here.
So this was written by Jennifer Lopez and Lin-Manuel Miranda. Also Mike Molina, Melody Nolhimande, John Mitchell, Nelson Kyle, Marcus Lomax, Jordan Johnson, Stephen Johnson. They would be the monsters.
Johnson and Johnson.
Produced by the agency The Monsters and Strangers. Now this came out in July 2016 after Ain't Your Mama, which was a Me Too anthem, obviously. She decided at the time. Yeah. And this is her charity single with Lin-Manuel Miranda for the victims of the Orlando nightclub shooting. Remember the gay club that all those people got killed in?
I do remember that. I didn't know that this was for that.
This was to make money for that, which obviously didn't work. It actually did have an impact on the Billboard Hot 100, which is the first time for her in a long time. She hit number 72.
Great.
And she peaked at number 9 on the Hot Digital Songs chart.
Yeah, I had never heard of this song.
Neither had
Pretty much all the others I'd either heard of or seen a snippet of a video or something. Not so much the album tracks, but the singles. But this one literally had no idea. I think Lin-Manuel has buried any part of it after he lost that MTV award.
The weird thing is there are a number of videos. So I've chosen to do a fabnopsis of one particular one.
Oh, I didn't know there was more than one. Okay.
I found one that I decided to do.
Okay. I'm going to go back to a fabinopsis. A fabinopsis.
Jen and Lin-Manuel say hi at the recording studio. She's drawn some hearts on her pad. And then she goes and sings. I hope she realizes
that was her writing.
Any lyrics.
Yeah, that was her credit. I drew a heart. Okay,
I drew the love heart. That's part of the title. Love, make the world go round. That's a love heart.
I'll draw the world later. It's very big.
They hug like they know each other. He clicks his fingers thinking about what he's having for dinner while she sings. Then he has to stand beside her in the booth while she sings, and he just bounces up and down. Then they do a rehearsal where he gets to perform, but we don't hear him because she's Bunnings Karening all over the vocals. Then they're on a balcony waving to people who are waiting to see Hamilton and want nothing to do with this shit. Then they perform on the Today Show, and people seem genuinely excited to hear this song. That's a lot of talented extras. The end.
Yeah, beautiful. I think that is the video I saw. I didn't know there were others.
Yeah, no, there are others. But they're mostly performances and things with others.
Okay, yeah, let's not worry about that.
I don't know why. How do you feel about this song?
So I'm having a performance moment. I said, okay. With the right bug repellent, ensemble, hair and makeup, it could be okay for a charity single. It was one of those things where I was like, oh God, it's a charity single. It's going to be really bad. But it's with Lin-Manuel Miranda. It could be good. And then it was somewhere in the middle. I feel like if this was a bonus track on Love, it kind of would have made sense.
Yeah.
Because it has that kind of dancey and love, woo. But I think having Lin involved, I was expecting not just more for Jen and the song. I was expecting more from him. But then with that said, I've never seen Hamilton. So maybe that's what he does.
That's what he does, yeah.
Okay.
In Hamilton. That's very Hamilton-y. Okay. But it's good in Hamilton. It can also be bad, as it is
not
here.
Great here, yeah.
This is wildly forgettable. I vaguely remember Lin doing his Hamilton rap thing that he does, and that's about it. Weirdly, whenever I see the title, I think of the Madonna song "Love Makes the World Go Round" from her album True Blue, which I had on blue vinyl.
That's my favorite Madonna album.
Not I didn't go out deliberately to buy blue vinyl. That's how that came in the old days. You bought vinyl. That was an album.
Yes.
It wasn't a special pressing or anything. That was just, it was the first pressing.
What it looked
the first
like.
Pressing was blue.
It was blue.
I know we're meant to be talking about this J-Lo and Lin-Manuel song, but that's how much I care about it. Anyway, I don't want to be dismissive about a special release for the victims of the Orlando nightclub shooting and their families, but really, haven't they suffered enough?
Oh my gosh. I knew you were Look, at least it's not a cover of Imagine.
That is that's absolutely wonderful and true thing.
Imagine all the regular people.
Imagine so many regular. So, I'm Real. What percentage of the song do you think she managed to get through?
I wrote high-low. She's showing up.
High low.
Kind of.
There's a lot of Karen. It's
Yeah.
like too much Karen. Yeah. You know what upsets me is this is 2016. This is the same year she did that great performance with Mark Anthony,
yes.
and you're like, how is this the same woman?
Yeah.
I
That
don't
was
get
such a good song.
it. It was such a good song.
Yeah.
And are you pro low or no low?
I've written all with a question mark because I think, like I said, it's okay for a charity single. Like,
You can hate a charity single. I'm going no low.
can ya? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll whisper into Nolo with you.
Yeah,
and just not tell anyone.
join me here in no low. No, we can love the we can be mindful of the tragedy and
Yes.
hope those families are recovering well, and be very sad that they weren't going to get any money out of this song because no one wanted it, because it was bad. That's all there is to it. It was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, because we finished all the songs, how do you feel about the album overall?
You know, I feel after we've talked about it a bit differently. I think when I listened to it, what was kind of nice about it was short. So
Yes.
even though a lot of the songs were not wow moments, there was no real horrific moments. So I was like, oh, that was fine. You know, like I was sort of like, as far as a J-Lo soundtrack goes, I'm not mad at it. But then as we've broken it down, I'm like, oh yeah, it is a bit bitsy.
And it's bitsy and repeated.
Yeah. I think what it was, I expected it to be worse.
Yeah.
I went
see.
into this thinking like Jen barely shows up for her own albums. She's not going to show up for this. But I did feel like she mostly showed up for this, which was a nice surprise. And it's probably the first time in a little while where maybe I would take 2 or 3 of these songs and listen to them in the car. The rest of them probably don't need to listen to again, but it's not even so much of that. Like it's more just like I'm happy enough for them to exist. I just don't need to hear them.
Yeah.
Whereas I think sometimes in the past it's been, oh God, erase it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's this kind of weird, in-between
it's
thing.
Horrifically mediocre.
Yes, which in J-Lo Regularverse terms is Grammy Award winning.
Yeah, I know.
Best album, Whitney Houston, Bodyguard level. Good.
Sad that's the height she achieves is mid.
Yeah. I also will say I did like that she didn't get too diva-y on it. She did let Maluma do his thing. He had his own songs that we didn't cover.
He's got his own songs on the album. Even though he's not really in the movie that much because it's more about her and Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Like he's just a setup for that. But yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was too samey all the way through. I like Maluma's voice.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, apart from him being completely hot, I actually, I listened before I saw, and I was like, ooh, who's this? Ooh.
I like this person.
And I think there are times when they genuinely have a pleasing tone when they sing together, but there are so many mid songs, they don't really get a chance to do anything.
Yeah.
And also, why so many versions of the same song? Like, it's a stretch. Like, it's as if she listened to 100 songs for this album.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I don't think she listened to these 4, let alone 100.
A Marry Me, honestly, a Marry Me, 5 or 6 track EP would have been cute.
Yeah. Would have been fun.
Call all the songs Marry Me, be done.
Yeah.
But she got greedy and tried to make it an album.
Yeah. So, do you have a favourite song? Can you stand any of them enough to have a favourite?
I do, and you'll hate it because it's After Love.
Oh, bless.
Yeah. From the main album,
yeah. My favourite song is Limitless because it's a banger. But it's not on the main album, even though it's great work. From the main album, probably On My Way, to be honest. Just because
it's so funny.
She was taking, she was having a crack.
From the main album, that's my least favourite.
Oh, that is your least favourite.
I think just because I thought there were, it didn't make sense as a single. I think that's what was sticking in my head. But again, I wrote that before I understood the rollout.
Yeah.
So now I kind of understand a bit more. Yeah.
So that's your least fave, On My Way?
Yeah. It's my least fave from the main album, but my actual least fave is Alive.
Yes.
From the whole thing.
Yeah. From my least fave is a tie between Church, and the ballad version of Marry Me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if
Fair.
we're including bonus tracks, Alive is truly one of the worst songs ever recorded. And Do I Know Her? Are you pro low or no low on the entire album?
I think I have to go for an awe. Because I awed 85% of these songs.
You
So,
did.
yeah.
I did
think
not.
legally I'm contracted to do that.
Like, here's something controversial. If Limitless was on the album,
Yeah.
I would have been in awe. Like, that would have been enough to
Yeah,
push me
okay.
over.
Yeah.
But without it, it's, oh no.
I mean, this is okay because there's going to be at some point a Mariah style album created. So
Yes.
you can bring Limitless back and put it on a good album.
That's all I'm going to bring back.
Yeah, just that. And maybe Let's Get Loud as a bonus track.
Yeah. So, do we have an album rename?
We do. I remember to do it this time. So I had to think on this one. But I remembered a wonderful Thirst Tweets video that featured Jen and Maluma. I don't know if you saw it. But there was a moment that Maluma read one out and it actually stopped Jen in her tracks because you could see that as much as she plays up all of the sexy thing, doing Thirst Tweets, you could see that like she was being mum that day. She's like, I have kids. I don't know if I should be reading some of these. And so my rename was inspired by that. It is simply titled Hole for Maluma, bracket, marry me, close bracket.
Hole for Maluma.
Because one of the Thirst Tweets is adorable when you're watching because he doesn't quite understand what it's saying.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm just a hole for Maluma. And then Jen's like, what? It's great. I watch it often. It's my fave. So yeah, that was my.
That's so
But bracket,
cute.
marry me. I have to have
Brackets
a bracket of marry me.
Yeah. I had two renames. One was just adding a subtitle, Marry Me. I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
Alternatively is Marry Me in brackets Marry Me.
Good. Even just as we're sitting here, another one could be I don't instead of I do.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Can we call it I Don't?
Yeah.
Say yes,
Oh,
no. No. Say no, Maluma. All right. Let's get on the other side of this.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Just walk away.
Walk away.
You tacky regular bitch.
Regular.
Get the fuck right out of my face.
Regular bitch. Oof, we're almost home. That was a lot. What are we coming up next? Are we returning to Mariah's World? Please
We
tell
will
me.
be.
Oh, thank
After
God.
a few weeks of regularity, we're going back into Mariah's World. But for the first time, I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
Look, I like the Mariah bits of Mariah's World.
Yes. Yeah. We just
They
have
are
to hold on to
always
that.
entertaining. But
Entertaining.
there's- entertaining. Oh, I'm really good at entertaining.
Yeah.
They're entertaining, but I'm not thrilled with the Potato Assistant and
Oh my God.
the I Want to Be the New Bethany Frankel Assistant.
Yes. Yeah.
They're not thrilling me, and neither are the boring men. There's so many boring men.
I know.
Like the boring-
Thank God they got rid of the white one.
I know. Soon they'll get rid of the fiance and it'll be a clean sweep.
Yeah. And the blurry faces.
The blurry faces. Well, that is next time here on Me, I Am a Memoir, the meaning of Mariah Carey, where we'll finally get some Mariah Carey.
Yay.
Bye, Emily.
Bye.